Hey there, Shrikopaths. With all the downtime due to the Black Beacon update delay, I've been exploring different new releases. I tried Kaiju No. 8, a turn-based Japanese gacha by the creators of Tribe 9, based on the anime of the same name. It's fine, there wasn't anything special about it though. I played for about an hour or so and that was enough for me. But then I was told about a game called Destiny Rising. I had heard of the franchise, but it never really appealed to me. Aside from Duet Night Abyss, I've never been a fan of games that had multiplayer aspects, especially if those aspects are forced onto the player. But I discovered this new one was actually a gacha game, so I thought I should at least give it a chance for the channel. But I was woefully unprepared for what awaited me. I'm Shrike, like, comment, and subscribe for more gacha content. Let's dive in. So I've watched a number of videos for Destiny Rising and one thing stood out to me. They all spoke about and explained very common gacha mechanics as if it was the first time they'd ever encountered them, which made me realize that this game is actually a bridge, one that connects Destiny players, so typical MMO players, and gacha players. But most have actually come from Destiny too, so what I'll do here is give my opinions of the game from the standpoint of a gacha player of over a decade. How well does Destiny Rising fit into the current gacha sphere? So let's just talk aesthetics first. The graphics are good, the character designs are fantastic, and the environments are varied and not lacking in detail. Already leagues better than any gacha MMO I've played. Looking at you, Grand Saga. And speaking of, let's talk about the gacha system. It's full-on characters like your typical gacha, not cosmetics or something else that only technically qualifies it as a gacha. The gameplay is mostly third-person shooter, but you can switch to first-person. The problem with that is that some characters have a sword, and when you switch to the sword, if you were in first-person, it kicks you into third, which can be a bit jarring. The combat is very fast-paced, but has a much lower skill floor than its competitors. Right off the bat, I found myself doing a lot better than I thought I would. Which always makes you like a game more, right? When you're good at it. It almost seemed easy, but slowly it's gotten a little harder, slow enough that you don't ever hit a skill wall where you need to go grind or practice. As you naturally level up and get more comfortable with the controls, the difficulty increases accordingly. It's nice. Oftentimes they like to overwhelm you with skill options. But Destiny Rising basically just has one skill for each character, and then their ultimate. Other than that, it's your regular gun and then your secondary weapon. Each character has their own main type, which can be upgraded with higher rarities of that type and can be leveled up as well. And these weapons are rewarded in many of the game modes, even the fishing minigame. Yeah, you can get high rarity weapons just from fishing. And speaking of the game modes, Destiny Rising has so many. Duet Night Abyss really needs to look at these guys and take some inspiration. Not only are there a ton, and I haven't even unlocked them all yet, but each one is unique and interesting and challenging, and most of all fun. You get different resources from each one, but it never feels like a grind. Some of them can be tackled alone, but the game really forces you into what's called fire teams, basically just a multiplayer team. At first, I was determined not to, but after being unable to progress through the main story without it, I eventually joined a fire team to tackle a specific dungeon, and it was awesome. The UI to get it started was super simple, even having recommended units or elements to help you decide, and the goal for the particular dungeon was decently explained. In some later ones I wasn't sure what to do, but most of the time there are huge quest icons or glowing quest targets that really make it simple to know where to go and what to do. For instance, one dungeon I didn't read the explanation, I'm just killing enemies and then they just stopped. But one enemy dropped a ball looking thing with a huge quest icon over it, so I picked it up, and then a target in the middle of the map glowed as I was facing it. So I hit the button and threw the ball at the target, which triggered the next wave of enemies. So I was like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And they're all like that, not just DPS checks. They all have some kind of puzzle, which some involve teamwork, all of which are unique and interesting. The example I just gave was one room from a roguelike game mode, which is actually really fun and gives really good rewards. This one, so far as I can tell, can only be done solo, but most of the other ones are team dungeons. There's even one that I've done only once, but it's like a PvPvE mode with a ton of players. There's like 6 teams. I don't know how many of each team because I joined solo, and I didn't even realize it was PvP until I noticed the enemies I was mowing down were suddenly real players. It's like a big race to do a bunch of quests and then turn in for a reward. So it ends with a big battle royale as all the teams are trying to turn in their awards. I won't go through all the game modes, I haven't even unlocked them all, but suffice it to say there are a lot. Even your typical PvP if that's your thing. And these game modes are slowly unlocked as you progress through the game, that way you aren't overwhelmed. There's a pack function, or guild function, which already this early in the game's life has a surprising amount of multiplayer content that really makes you feel like you're a part of a team. There's a map to explore where you get rewards. It's all automated, but sometimes you'll uncover a battle spot and have to actually fight, but everyone contributes to the exploration, and you can even boost someone's speed while they're on their way to or from a destination point. And there are big boss battles on the map too, where multiple pack members can battle together. As for the storyline, I've honestly skipped most of it, but what I caught seemed decent. Good enough for what the game is. But the main quest line is only one of many quests, challenges, bounties, etc. that you can do. There's always something to do even if you're out of stamina. And to be honest, I have yet to feel much FOMO. There is a limited banner that of course has to have a hot goth waifu, so I've spent all of my limited pulls and gems trying to get her, but I haven't yet. I played her in a trial and I'm not even a huge fan of her playstyle. I just want the character. If I want to play a character for their playstyle, it's going to be Yolder. She's so badass. Flings her shield like Captain America, AoE taunts and debuffs the enemies, and can pop up a shield dome to protect you and your allies, which also happens to turn her into a rage-filled killing machine that doesn't need to reload, slow down, or even breathe while that dome is up. It's insane. She's also the only 5-star that I've gotten, and I've gotten 2 of her. So it's a good thing I like her because I'd be pretty salty otherwise. I don't know what else I can say here. Destiny Rising managed to come out of nowhere and do third-person gacha shooter better than literally any game out currently or in development. And yeah, that includes Duet Night Abyss. But I still have faith in DNA. They just need to look at all the different game modes in this game and see the kinds of things they can do. I know the competition isn't very high for third-person shooter gachas, but I'm going to say that Destiny Rising is the best one currently available. Once DNA releases, I'm hoping that changes because I'm absolutely in love with the character designs in that and the dual narrative. But with that being said, I'm gonna fly. I hope to get back to regular types of videos soon, but in the meantime, I get to find absolute gems like this. See you in the next one. Bye.